Chainsaw Man chapter 176 is out and Pochita versus Yoru continues and Yoru levels up in a crazy way. Let's get into this chapter. It was awesome. So the chapter begins with Asa taking a bath and she reaches for the soap. And then Ward takes over and she turns the soap into a sword and she says sword of soap, soap sword. And then Asa says, I thought so. When I turned my apartment into a sword, I didn't say the name of it. And then Yoru says, we don't have to say the name or touch something to turn it into a sword, but that's still not enough to defeat Chainsaw Man. Then Ward continues to speak and she says, not a day passes without hearing of another pseudo Chainsaw Man killing somebody. She continues and she says, when I'm feared, Chainsaw Man continues to be feared right back. And Asa says, why don't you bury the hatchet? Defeating Denji will not make you happy anyways. And Ward gives her this look. And Asa says, everybody remembers the terrors of war just like you wanted. Can't you just say you achieved your goal and move on? And Yoru just looks down and she says, there's something I want to take back from Chainsaw Man. And Ward says, my comrades were eaten by him. If I could just make him throw up somehow. And Asa says, do you have a way to beat Chainsaw Man? And she says, I do have two. She says there are two weapons that she could make far more fearsome than hers. And Asa says, why didn't you do that in the first place? I gave up my home and my college funds for your weapons. And War says, don't compare them to such trifling things. And War says, turning those two into weapons would counter saving my comrades. And Asa says, then just stop. But Yoru just looks down. But she says, but I want to beat Chainsaw Man. I want to prove to him I'm a far more fearsome devil. I will give up anything for that. Then right here, Chainsaw Man is about to hit Yoru. And I gotta say, the art is looking a lot better this chapter. And War says, would I even turn my children into weapons? And she says, I guess I would. And then she says, come to mother, tank, and gun. Then on the Gulf of Mexico, there's a devil containment facility and we see it. Then one of the devils at this facility breaks out. And then at Mount Elbrus, something else breaks out. And then we see Pochita get hit in the stomach. But then we zoom out and we see that it was Yoru who shot something at Denji's stomach. And then she says right gun gauntlet and then left tank gauntlet and we see the mouth devil being spit out by Chainsaw Man. So she turned her two kids, the gun devil and the tank devil, into arms on her body. And by using her right arm, she shot at Denji's stomach and that made him throw up this devil and now mouths are back in the Chainsaw Man universe. This is one of my favorite chapters in a while and the art is looking so good in this chapter. Fujimoto definitely heard the criticism for his art and he stepped it up with this chapter. This was an awesome chapter, guys. Let me know what you think of it. It was amazing.